Hi guys, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. And for those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. This is a broad spectrum reading for all signs. So it is spoken in broad terms. You have to figure out where it applies in your life. If it doesn't apply, that's okay. It doesn't mean anything's wrong. It just might mean that you're working on something different at this time. Please check out the drop-down menu if you're interested in a private reading or what is the Patreon page about or wanting to support the channel. Easy ways to support the channel, please hit the thumbs up button, leave me a question or comment about the reading, share the reading out. Those are great ways to support the channel. I put out this content every day for you guys for free, so I much appreciate the support back if you don't mind. This is, like I said, for all signs, so it's kind of a collective energy reading for everybody to enjoy and make use of or utilize in the best, sorry, I'm trying to get my camera where I like it, to best utilize, for their day. So let's see what the cards have to say. Also in the drop-down menu, there's some things I just want you to think about for those of you that are new to me, just kind of how I want you to hold these readings or sort of the focus that I want you to keep as you utilize my readings or quite frankly anybody else's readings on YouTube. So let's see here. What do the cards want us to know? Oh, and then I just forgot this for the date. This is originally created for Wednesday the 9th of June, but it's not solely set for that date. If you're seeing it on a date that's different than Wednesday the 9th, that's completely fine. It should be used whenever you're seeing it versus when it was originally created for. If you are watching it regularly, I do refer back to the Sunday reading as the underpinning energy, and that's always findable in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen on YouTube as the video ends. You can tap on that, and that will take you to Sunday's reading that kind of predicts sort of the underpinning energy of the entire week, and then we build upon that with the dailies. So let's see here. We're not going to bark at the cat through the window. You're going to leave the cat alone. Sorry, the puppy's in here with me, so I'm trying to leave him out in the mornings. All right, so our card for today is the Six of Gabriel. This is I believe this is the Six of Cups. Let me just double check. Congratulations, you've done a wonderful job. No, this is the Six of Wands, actually. That's right, because Gabriel is considered to be wands. This is congratulations. You've done a wonderful job. Time to move on to the next project, awards, scholarships, or promotions. So the Six of Wands is always about sort of notoriety or being noticed, being acknowledged, being validated, being appreciated, or even sometimes celebrated. Traditionally, it's pictured with a man on a white horse, which we see here. There's usually a crowd of people around the man. It's like he's being paraded through the streets. There's a feeling of relief, success, like completion with the Six of Wands. And to me, Wands is always that element of fire, action, desire, having gone after the thing that we want, feeling empowered by having gone after it, and hopefully successfully achieved it or created the plan that we need to go after whatever it is that we want. We can see the path ahead, and we're certainly feeling like we're successfully on it. That would be sort of the energy of this card too. So with everything that we've been looking at this week, I like that this is our our midweek card, right? We're talking about Wednesday. Underneath this, we had that Page of Swords. That Page of Swords is a little bit about sort of further investigation, kind of thinking about things analytically, learning new things. And we've seen that adjustment, I feel like, in some of the cards that have been being shown to us, like the Star and the Wheel. It's kind of like trust what's going on around you, be present, be aware, make the choices in the moment, learn as you go, which would be Page of Swords energy. The Six of Gabriel or the Six of Wands would be about celebrating those successes, acknowledging those successes for what they are. Wherever we've done right, I want to say exemplify that or I don't know if exacerbate is the right word, but build upon those small successes and collectively create them into a larger success. If you're not feeling sort of like you're quite not there yet, you will get there. That's sort of this Six of Wands card. Today there should be some sense of self-satisfaction, pride even, And I mean pride in like a very sort of pure way, right? Where we are understanding what we've accomplished, how hard we've worked, where our sort of efforts have been placed, and productively, right? Like that would be the idea of this card, is kind of to acknowledge our strengths, acknowledge our choices, and sort of where we've done right is kind of the feeling that I get from this. So hopefully those of you out there that watch this are feeling that, or can find that in your day, because that's sort of what this card is all about, and it's asking us to focus on today. So this would be the like pat yourself on the back, allow others to pat you on the back. If they're not, then we might have to sometimes do that for ourselves. But sometimes when we do that for ourselves, we open the doors for others to see us in that way, or for our environment to acknowledge us too, and kind of say, job well done. Will you leave the cat alone? Like seriously. So keeping that in mind, it should be a day of success. It should be a day of good energy, in the sense that fire is about kind of higher, faster productivity in a sense. So if we find ourselves with that need or desire to maybe say take on a project, go for it. It should be, like for all intents and purposes, it should be very successful today. Our completion of projects could also be coming to us on this day, right? And we feel satisfied with that completion, or the way that it finished out, if that makes sense. All right, so the next card is from our the energy deck. This is interesting. It's Financial Constraints, card number 13. It comes out to a number 4, which 4 to me is about stability, ultimately, the number 4. This is interesting because this feels opposite to what I see in the Six of Gabriel, right? The Six of Wands should be about celebrating. Financial constraints to me feels, obviously it's money fears, or it's ties to limitations. I think that maybe, and they would obviously be financial limitations, or let's say wealth limitations. So what is it that we're lacking? We might want to look at that today in a way that's productive. We might want to look at that in a way that sort of helps to shift or change that. What I feel like these cards are maybe trying to say is, instead of getting caught in we deal with certain realities, right? We deal with realities, whether or not there's, bread in the cupboard or not, so to speak. That doesn't necessarily have to be what sets our tone or our focus or our attention today. And I feel like the accomplishments that can take place with the Six of Gabriel or the Six of Wands can maybe overcome or shift and change anywhere where we feel constricted. And I know that this card says financials, so maybe some of you are looking at money issues, but I also think that it could be just an issue of where are we lacking in general. Like if, let's say it's in our relationships, our friendships, we're not feeling like they're fulfilling to us, or they're not quite returning to us the wealth that they used to, right? In whatever, however we view that wealth, that richness. The Six of Wands to me feels like, okay, it's our job to kind of take initiative and go out and make that, make that change begin to take place, right? It's almost like he's going out on that horse to sort of go get whatever he needs to fill his empty cupboard. Your empty cupboard is a metaphor, right? Where are you feeling a lack right now? And it's okay to feel the lack. It's okay to be aware of the lack, but don't let the lack be your whole sort of source of creation. Does that make sense? Because the Six of Wands or the Six of Gabriel says to me, no, there's something more out there for you. There should be an achievement. There should be an accomplishment. There should be a celebration of some sort where you can change this. You can grow it, or shift it in a way. It doesn't have to sort of rule you. You get to sort of be the, I don't know if director is the right word, but you get to direct the energy today with this fire card, right? With this Wands card. It's not like, Wands don't necessarily sit passively and kind of go like, oh, poor me. So if anybody's out there in the oh, poor me, mindset, yes, there's some truth to that because we see this card, financial constraints, which says to me, okay, so people are lacking, or they're not necessarily feeling like everything's exactly right in their world. Feelings of tightness or lack or whatever is maybe lurking. But there's an opportunity here with the Six of Wands to step up out of that, to go above and beyond that, to begin to change that by believing in ourselves and our own abilities and our own freedom to change that. Okay? Let's go to the grounding stone and see what that is. Oh, wow. Interesting. So the grounding stone is the word wealth. And that, like, I laugh because that totally ties into this financial constraints and what I was saying about where are we lacking, and it can be in many different things. It doesn't necessarily have to be money. For some of you, it could be something as obvious or as blatant as money. But where is it that we need to work on expanding our the whatever we're receiving in a certain area? And again, like, I'll use a friendship or relationships as an example. If our relationships aren't returning to us what it is we need, then what do we need to go about doing to sort of shift that? And it doesn't necessarily mean we have to force people to be the way we want them to be. What I'm saying is maybe we have to find new people, or we have to start to dwell in the idea of what does it look like to have fulfilling friendships or a fulfilling romantic relationship? How does that feel to us? Sitting and grounding in that wealth, in the presence of having it versus the lack of it, right, is going to allow us to feel empowered and celebratory and accomplished, like the Six of Wands. So keep that in mind as you move forward today. There's an opportunity, like, again, with Wands, it's about taking action and going after our passions and doing so in a way where success is inevitable, really. So we want to focus on that wealth and what that feels like and move towards that, regardless of what maybe our actual physical environment is telling us. Okay? Because it feels to me like we can shift that. Remember, the word underneath all of this is that energy. Our energy is going to dictate to us what we're creating. So being mindful of that this week is going to be important. I have a feeling, I don't know why I keep getting this, taken to this place of this being June, and it's the midpoint of the year, that we're sort of setting stuff up for further out, in the sense that it's almost like a cosmic reset for us as to how the rest of our year plays out. So keep that in mind. That is your forecast. I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you feel so inclined. Join me every morning. I'm here usually live to comment back to you guys in the chat. And you can always message me at the Facebook business page if you're interested in your personal reading. Have a good day and take care. Bye-bye.